Guys, y'all ain't gonna believe this freaking crap. Me and my husband just left the grocery store, walked there with not even 4 bags, and paid over almost $300 and something. Everything has just went up double. Like, what the heck, man? This is getting crazy. We can't even afford groceries anymore. My husband brings home not even $500 a week. And we can't afford this freaking crap. And we went to fill out for freaking food stamps to get help. They denied us.
Does anybody else get physically ill whenever they go grocery shopping and they see the total when they're checking out? Like my wife and I, we have a family of 5, right? Me, her, and 3 kids. And then you throw in 2 dogs into that as well. She went grocery shopping the other day and she was like sick at the price. So like I check at the bank account and it's $550. And like that lasts us like a week.
They said it's going to hurt a little, but they didn't know the magnitude of the statement they were making, right? Ladies and gentlemen, if you have kids or a family and you're used to going to the grocery stores with them, I guess it would be nice for you to buy something to put around their eyes, because they will point at things and you'll be embarrassed because the cost of living is going high and it has been felt. And we have quite a number of people that are crashing out here. Trump said he's coming to lower the cost of living, the cost and the price of things. I don't know about that. From what we are looking at right here, it's the opposite of what he said. Welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? How are you hanging in there? How are you guys holding in? Well, at least thank you so very much for always coming back to watch these videos, because trust me, now is not the time to always look at bad things happening. Like, he sucks. I know it does, especially if you are a hard worker. Sometimes you just want to have a break. But the man you voted for, or probably not the one that you voted for, he is making things even harder. We have reactions from Americans, and we're going to look at them.
Guys, y'all ain't gonna believe this freaking crap. Me and my husband just left the grocery store, walked there with not even 4 bags, and paid over almost $300 and something. Everything has just went up double. Like, what the heck, man? This is getting crazy. We can't even afford groceries anymore. My husband brings home not even $500 a week. And we can't afford this freaking crap. And we went to fill out for freaking food stamps to get help. They denied us. They said he made too much. Off of not even $500 a week. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. We can't even get help. But that's not the point. My husband, he works. And I can't work. This is getting out of control.
$700. $700.05. That is what I just spent at Walmart to buy groceries for my home, to buy our essentials. Like, I didn't buy anything wild and crazy and extra. The only thing that I would say that I bought that was extra was I bought a couple of those cheap t-shirts that are like the $5 t-shirts in the kids section because my daughter loves them. 2 of my daughters love them. And then I bought a pair of $7 black shorts for my daughter because she needed some. So that wasn't even extra because she needed some. And I bought me a pair of shorts. $700. I can't afford this. Like, I'm a teacher, and my husband also works for my school district, and the cost of living has gone up so freaking much. But we're not raising teacher salaries. We're not raising them. We're not making them match what is happening right now and how much everything has just skyrocketed. Like, it's getting to the point to where we have to choose, are we paying this bill or are we feeding my kids? And I will choose to feed my kids every freaking time. I don't care. I just can't. I don't care anymore. But now it's going to get to the point to where it's like, okay, we don't have a vehicle. I guess we're walking everywhere. And I get so mad when I get people on here that is like, well, get another job. I do. I have another job. I have 2 other jobs. I'm a photographer, which is really not getting any business because nobody can freaking afford it. Doesn't matter if I change my prices or not. And I also do spark delivery on the side as much as I possibly can, which makes me then gone from my family all day long and not making enough to still make ends meet. My husband is doing other side jobs. Like, we can't afford this anymore. And I'm so tired of, it's not like, I don't even know how to say it anymore because I'm tired of beating around the bush on like the politics about it. I don't care anymore about all this extra stuff. Like, you know, I just want to be able to afford to feed my family. 2 years ago, this would have cost $350, and that still made me want to choke. $700.05 is how much I spent at Walmart today to try to feed my family, hopefully for the next few weeks. Our politicians need to do better because the average American family cannot afford this anymore, and our children are going to suffer. And I just can't.
Okay, I just got done with Walmart. If you saw my video just a little bit ago about how much I spent for just 29 items, I had to use my credit card because I couldn't afford it. I'm a single mom. Come on, people. Trump, everybody, lower the grocery bills. We gotta eat. We gotta feed our kids. Come on, really take this seriously. Trump administration, anybody listening, please lower the grocery bills. We can hardly afford this stuff anymore. Thank you and bye. This is my rant for the day of Saturday. Bye.
We're here in Florida on vacation. We just got back from Publix. We were like blown away by the prices at Publix. I don't know, maybe, I don't know where other people are shopping at, but we thought the prices were so high compared to where we're from. Like the prices of a Starbucks instant coffee, like a little tiny thing was $13. On my last video that I did about grocery shopping, everyone said to go to Publix because it was more affordable. I don't know. I'm like, wow, we were like blown away. So we spent almost $300 for 4 or 5 days in Florida. We did get some nicer beer, obviously wine, some nice seafood to cook out tonight. But besides that, I mean, just in general, the prices were expensive. We're like, oh my gosh, how are people like feeding more than 1 or 2 kids here? I have to mention the pepper. The pepper my husband got was $4 for 1 pepper, not organic.
How come no one's freaking out harder about how high grocery prices are right now? In 2020, my grocery bill was $100 to $150 a month. Now, it's $300 to $350 a month. And now, I don't even buy meat. I can't afford it. I dumped Publix. I only go to Target because it's the cheapest option near me. I almost never buy the name brand stuff. This is beyond inflation at this point. This is just a full-on scam. Last week, I went and got salt, shaving cream, and a salad kit. Altogether, these 3 tiny things cost $10.31. A box of salt was $4. Like what? I can rub it on my skin and live forever? It's salt.
Hey guys, just wanted to get on here really quick and talk about the crazy price shock we are all experiencing when we go to the grocery store. Right now, specifically Walmart, you know, the low price leader of the country. They're not the low price leader anymore. I mean, I don't think so anyway. So the prices are really going up. Everybody is reporting about it. And you're seeing it across the board. It's not just food, it's pretty much everything. I know a lot of people have already decided not to go to Walmart and boycott it. But for those of us that have still been shopping there, we're, you know, seeing the price increases. And you're seeing it across the board. You know, this is not just Walmart. This is happening everywhere. It's happening at all stores around. And right now, there's not much you can do about it. What I would suggest is don't assume that one store is going to have the lowest prices because you don't know anymore. Things are changing dramatically. So definitely shop around, shop sales when you see sales. That's what I'm doing. And then also choosing to buy less, you know, so going more of the frugal route. And that's something that, you know, I'm not always that great at because it is hard for me not to just kind of shop when I feel like I need something. And sometimes delayed gratification is hard, even for me. And I've been, you know, frugal for quite some time now, ever since getting married. But it's something that we need to do. It's like I'm not even buying much of anything, but yet I'm spending so much money just on groceries. So it's really getting rough out there, guys. I mean, with the way prices are going, can you imagine what they're going to be like in a year from now? You know, things never go down. They only go up. So what do you think it's going to be like a year from now? I think it's going to be pretty bad. I mean, I already can't hardly afford the grocery bill. So let's see what happens next. So let me know if you're seeing price increases in your local areas as well. I'm in Oklahoma and I'm seeing it here. And share down below what state you're in. I'd be curious to know. Take care.
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything. And we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo I took a shot of, you know, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
Their prices, people are showing it.
Shut your mouth.
I thought it was half of that.
That was what we got last time. Was it 180 last time?
No, it was $150 last time. That was almost $100 more expensive.
Everything in here is going up by 25%. I swear, since 2 weeks ago.
What is going on?
I will say I don't understand why the prices were raised 20 to 25%. Everything that we bought just 2 weeks ago their prices have raised incredibly. It's kind of sad. What the $17.49 for 1 can of coffee in America. This used to be $11.99 a month and a half ago. Yeah. Are we gonna go uncaffeinated in America? Because of what the $17.49 for one.
Walmart warned us, and now they've done it. Walmart just jacked up their prices, and I have the list right over here. So everyday essentials up 50%, almost overnight. The company is blaming President Trump's tariffs. Let's break it down for you right here. CNBC tracked the prices of the same items on May 20th, and then on July 7th, same items. A 12-piece pot and pan set from Drew Barrymore's line used to be $99, now $149. That's a 51% price jump. A Graco stroller went from $199 up to $299. That's another 50% spike since May. Even basic kitchen stuff like a nonstick fry pan up 28%. Coffee, bad news there. Folgers Classic Roast is up 17%. Dunkin', depending on the size, up to 9 and 11%. Milk too. The cheap store brand, great value, up across the board. Whole milk, 2%, 1% milk, all cost more. Even men's jeans, Levi's Signature, ticked up. This is the time to go bulk grocery shop on anything you can store or freeze. This is going to get worse before it gets better.
I'm not trying to be alarmist, but I just got back from Costco, and if you're not paying attention to the shipping news, you probably should be. I know that everybody's worried about tariffs, everybody's worried about prices of things increasing. I know that that's like a concern for people, but you should probably go ahead and take stock of your house and like staples that you need to have and go ahead and get. And I don't mean like panic buying, because you don't want to do that. That's not helpful to anybody. But as you can see, I have a kitten diapers, we cloth diaper as well, but we are going through a phase where we kind of use both, so I went ahead and got a box of those. But I noticed that Costco was looking particularly empty. Like, for example, the fruits and vegetable section was lots more sparsely populated, and there was furniture for display in it, which I have never seen before. I also noticed that a lot of the overstocked shelves that they keep extra pallets on, like above the floor stock, were pretty empty. And if you've seen signs from people talking about large industries worried about tariffs and shipping shortages, it's coming for us. Now, I'm Old Port, and we have some tools and things that we use for resilience, right? Like, we're not worried about running out of toilet paper. We have it today. We're not super worried about running out of paper towels. We have plenty of Swedish dishcloths and lots of just old rags that we can use. But I also noticed that there was a lack of the variety of fruits and vegetables that are normally available at Costco. And if you depend on those, they're just not as available. And they're things that are like kind of in season right now too. So, for example, there were no carrots, and that's a little alarming. There were no like peas or anything like that. There's nothing that should be coming in from the fields now, and I think that's directly reflective of what's happening with our migrant labor force. And I don't want you to panic. What I want you to do is start planning for your community and start meeting people and grow a garden and be resilient. We're at a time in the year where now is a really good time to try and grow food if you can afford it. It is also a really good time to get to meet your neighbors, because you might be wanting to trade skills back and forth. Maybe you're not a good grower, but your neighbor down the road is, and they're not like super handy with fixing lawnmowers, but maybe you can. Similarly, I have raised chickens for all kinds of things. So now is a really good time to like get out in your community and make connections with your local food banks, figure out like what you can barter if you need to. And as a reminder, you may not need to at some point. The recession is not going to hit all of us the same. I do think that all of us are going to be affected, but part of being a good community member is also doing things sometimes that you don't necessarily need to. A good example of this, I have taught people how to process birds, and they don't have money to give me, but they have birds. Like, they have raised chickens or hatched chickens out, and they have like 10 roosters, and they need to get rid of them, and they don't know how. They don't have the equipment. So what I have done in the past is let people come over and learn how to do that and use my equipment, and I'll take like a bird from them as payment or 2 birds from them as payment, whatever they feel comfortable with, and they get the rest for their family. So there is valuable skills that you can share with people, and sometimes people just need like their pride to stay intact. But yeah, now's a really good time to start thinking about the recession, about the incoming depression, about things that you need, about building a emergency supply of like a month's worth of food, and what you need to be resilient for you and your family.
This economy is very scary right now. I don't know how people are paying for everything, like housing, food, clothing, you know, the basic stuff, like getting a haircut and whatnot, because everything has gone up a lot in the past year. I was just in the supermarket a couple of days ago, and I just bought a few things, and I remember specifically the 12-pack soda. It used to cost $5, and now it's $10. And I had a $100 bill. It was gone. Like, I went there, then I went to another store and bought like 1 or 2 things. That 100 was gone. It's crazy. I don't know how people are doing it. My best guess is everybody is reaching their credit card limits up right now, and that's a dangerous place to be.
I know personally that I have gone to the stores and I've seen some of these increases as well, particularly coffee at Costco. That has gone up so much. It's incredible. Olive oil is another one that's gone up tremendously, in my opinion. It is so expensive right now to get olive oil, and again, coffee, and of course a lot of other things as well. Walmart, pretty much everything is starting to creep up a little bit in price. The thing is, Costco is trying to do different things to keep their prices low, because they are really known for their low cost, and they have a lot of their members that they want to continue to please, and they don't want to lose the status of being this low cost leader with bulk buying. So they are working hard at rerouting some of their imports, at just trying to find ways to mitigate those costs so that they don't have to pass them on to the consumers, while Walmart has already openly declared that they are passing on those additional costs to the consumers because of the tariffs. So right now, prices are just going up pretty much everywhere, little by little, but some stores are able to delay it. Other stores, you're kind of already seeing it. I love being able to go and stock up on some of my favorite items, because I can get it now in abundance and put it in my pantry for long-term food storage, and then I have it there for when we need it. I don't do a lot of stocking up at Walmart. I go there more for my everyday produce, but it's also a great place to buy things not necessarily in bulk if you can't afford it, because Walmart's going to have smaller quantity of items and at a cheaper price. So definitely go and get some items now that you know you may be needing in the future. Lock them in today's prices, because inflation is just going up, and 6 months from now, everything that you're buying is only going to be more expensive. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you seeing rising prices where you are? I'll catch you.
Does anybody else get physically ill whenever they go grocery shopping and they see the total when they're checking out? Like, my wife and I, we have a family of 5, right? Me, her, and 3 kids, and then you throw in 2 dogs into that as well. She went grocery shopping the other day, and she was like sick at the price. So like, I checked the bank account, and it's $550, and like that lasts us like a week and a half. So I don't even know how the majority of the people out there are even affording groceries these days. I think I'm gonna have to start like tricking on the side or something. Unless she starts selling feet pics, I'm not really sure what to do. Y'all have a good one.
Is it tariffs? Is it price gouging? Look at these prices in my small hometown of Aurora, Washington.
Have you been to the grocery store? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I go just about every day. And I'm in shock because everything seems to have gotten more expensive, except for the price of eggs have come down. But everything else is crazy. I mean, since when did chips become $8? $8 for, I looked at the Doritos, I went $8 for Doritos? Who's doing that, by the way? Yeah, I have no interest in buying chips right now. Chips are basically the same price per pound as steak. When did that happen? But it just seems to be endless. And now you go and you take a $100 bill and it buys nothing. A $100 bill? Oh my God, I can remember when I could come home with the whole thing of groceries for $100. Right now, for $100, you're not getting much of anything. Is it like that where you are? Because the prices just seem to be going crazy. $8 for Doritos? Come on.
At this point, it's cheaper to develop a cocaine habit than it is to step foot in a grocery store in 2025. Like, let's break this down. $300 worth of groceries maybe last you 5 days if you eat like a normal human being. But $300 worth of drugs, that'll at least come with new friends, a soundtrack, and a false feeling of invincibility. They got us out here spending half our check on steak, chicken, milk, eggs, and strawberries that rot in 36 hours. Meanwhile, crackheads are out here surviving off vibes and instincts. I saw a pack of lunch meat for $12.49 the other day. Like, bro, pork used to be for the broke people. Ham out here thinking it's Wagyu. I picked up a block of cheddar cheese, and I swear to God, I heard it whisper in my ear, "You sure you can afford me, big guy?" They're not even stocking food anymore. They're stocking reminders that the system is collapsing. Oh, you want a box of cereal? That'll be $7.99 for a bag that's 80% air and 20% childhood trauma. Back in the day, we used to say drug prices were criminal, but now, Kroger's the new cartel.
All right, so if you've shopped at Walmart recently, they're doing this shady thing where they take all the perforated pieces off the tags, but every once in a while you'll find one that still has the actual price left on it, but they're marking it up.
So I went to my local Target to see if they're doing it. Take a look. Look at that. All of the tags are ripped off. Look at that. $20. $20. Wait till you see the price increase. $35. That's double. That is double. That price went up twice as much. Trump campaigned on lowering prices. We have him on video, actually, right here.
If you want to bring the prices down, if you want to have a good life, vote for Trump.
All of these companies are coming out and saying that they are going to massively increase the cost of their goods, including on essentials. All of these suckers are saying, that's okay, just wait, guys. Trust the plan, trust the process. And they don't know what a progressive tax system is. I gotta hand it to them though. Only Donald Trump can cut taxes for the ultra wealthy, shift the tax burden to the working and middle classes, and raise their taxes. And not only are they gonna be okay with it, but they're gonna fucking thank him. These suckers are gonna thank him. Yeah, good job. Good job, guys. Trump's economy paid for by fucking suckers.
The tariff must have really hit the coffee industry, because I'm telling you right now, the prices that I'm seeing right here in my grocery store is absolutely insane. Check this out. So you mean to tell me that now Starbucks is $15.29? I could swear I only paid like $10 or $11 or even less. But it's not only that, it's all these other coffees that were originally before $8.99. This one is $7.99. The Dunkin' Donuts, that's the sale. Ugh, do not like Dunkin'. But everything else, $17, $14. The price has definitely gone up for all the coffees. Now there's a buy one, get one free on this coffee. Oh, but let me look at the coffee pods to see how much that has gone up. Yep, they're like at $12. Just a 12-pack of coffee pods at $12.69. This is absolutely insane. The tariffs affect us, I guess, guys. And you know what? I need my coffee. I'm gonna spend $15.29. Oh boy.
Your coffee? It's going to become 50% more expensive than what you're paying right now. And the reason behind it is because the president signed today into law 50% tariff against Brazil. And guess where the coffee is coming from? 35% of the coffee is being imported from Brazil. That is what we are importing. The beef, there is a 50% tariff against the beef. That means all those frozen burgers that we are bringing in and the frozen lamb and all that, it's going to have 50% tariff. The steel is at 50%, but then who cares about the steel? I mean, it's not like we use it every day. But the good news is the orange juice, it is exempt from the tariff. Don't ask me why. We don't know. The United States does import a lot of orange juice from Brazil, but I don't know why that was. I guess because everybody drinks it in the morning and it's more like, it's supposed to be like your bread, your butter kind of type of food. So that's where we are dealing with today. So, and that is going to take effect on August 1st. So all this cargo that it's already on the water is going to get hit by 50% as soon as it arrives into the United States. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't deviate from paying the duties and the tariff. The only way to go around it is to reroute your shipments to Mexico or to Canada until you find a solution, or to put it in a specific type of warehouse until you figure out what to do. Most of our customers today were really worried about what they're going to do with the product that is coming in here. Their customers are not, they're not wanting to pay the 50% tariff. They're basically saying it's their problem as exporters, and from Brazil, I mean. So now this is the whole entire issue. I have one customer, he has about 4 containers on the water, and guess what? His customer just canceled the entire order. So that's the news of the day. I guess it's another day in logistics. So yep, that's what we're going to talk about it for the entire week. Hopefully we can help these people out and see what we can do with it. So cheers.
If you think feeding your family is expensive now, just wait. So ground beef just hit its highest price ever in American history. The thing that most of us rely on for burgers, tacos, and spaghetti night, it's becoming a luxury. And it's not stopping here. The experts say that the prices are going to keep on going up and up. Why? Well, it's a couple of things. You got a mix of drought, high feed costs, reduced cattle supply, and corporate consolidation. That means fewer options, higher prices, and families having to make more tough decisions at the grocery store. Even basic meals are turning into a budget challenge. And remember, this is not just about beef. This is about the cost of living. It's another reminder that the average family is being priced out of normalcy. You're not crazy for noticing everything feels harder lately, because it is. And what's being done about it? Not much. Big corporations are raking in profits while you're deciding between milk and meat for the week. So next time you hear someone say the economy is doing great, I want you to ask yourself something. Great for who? Because it damn sure ain't the family that's trying to make tacos stretch.
According to Black Hills Energy this morning, they're going to have to raise our prices. So now after the electric company in Nebraska has told us we were getting a price hike, now our gas company is as well. So expect higher bills on your gas this winter. Not that we can afford any more absorptions of any more costs. I also saw some economists saying something along the lines of many people are going to end up losing it all because as the tariff strategy is going out, and of course the president said something along the lines of expect higher costs for at least 2 years. None of us could have absorbed that as it was. And now he's telling you that you're going to have to expect this for 2 years. It's going to mean a lot of people are going to lose jobs, and a lot of people are going to lose everything they have. And while I hate being doom and gloom, the reality is you need to hold on to your money. Don't spend money that you don't need to spend, because it's going to get worse before it gets better, and we're going to have to help each other.
It's becoming evidently clear that there's nobody that is going to come to rescue the middle class, the people that are working so hard. Because while the salaries and their pay is not increasing, unfortunately what they are using every day at home is increasing. You know how tough it has to be to spend $700, and you know for a certain it might not take you 2 weeks. We're looking at people that have a family of 5. And you know what? To make matters worse, Trump wants more kids when things are not getting any better. Now, if these that already have kids are already feeling it, yeah, they're already struggling, they're already crying and crashing out because everything is going up and they don't know if they are going to even be able to feed their families. What makes you think that others are going to be impressed or, tantalized to get into the habit of having kids? The tariffs, everyone is blaming it on the tariffs. But Walmart, I think it donated some money to Trump campaigns. If not, I am not certain, but at least it banned or got rid of DEI. That's why a lot of people decided to boycott it. Regardless of the fact that they had losses, they still decided to raise the prices. It is so unfortunate that this is happening right now when the man promised everybody is going to lower the cost of groceries. And for the coffee drinkers, Yes, some coffee comes from Brazil, but even some coffee comes from Africa. And you know what is crazy? 1st July yesterday, the tariffs were enacted on all the goods that are coming from Africa, which means these countries are not going to be either sending, or if they do send, it's going to be extremely extra expensive, just like the coffee that is coming from Brazil. You remember the ground beef? That too. So it is literally not the things that you don't need. It's not the habits of consumerism and that you are spending a lot. Not at all. It's the things that you need every day. And you have to watch your pockets get dry every day. Could this have been prevented? Probably yes. Probably not. I don't know what you guys think. But from the look of things, it's gonna get even worse because he gave the tax breaks to the rich. And he's busy crushing the pockets of the hard-working middle class and the low class. Yeah. And then on top of that, if you become homeless, don't worry. They have prisons for you. Yeah. And they have every right to say you have mental health issues and they confine you somewhere. Is America great again? But either way, I know and I understand definitely everywhere around the globe, the cost of living is going high, but not this extremely high. Yeah? The tariffs that he told everybody, it's the other countries to pay for them. You guys are paying for the tariffs. That's why there's a rise. I hope those that thought it is the other countries that are going to pay, and when you see the prices rising, you know definitely it is you paying for those tariffs. At this point, it's not about the luxurious living anymore. It's a fight for survival. To be honest, it looks like he's trying so hard to starve everybody that is in that country, while he makes it super better for the rich. While he continues to consolidate himself in power and getting rid of every powerful resource that would hold him accountable for the things that he's doing. It is so hard, especially if you are a hard-working person. Waking up every day knowing all you're working for is the bills, the food, the power. Oh, have we talked about electricity? Electricity is going extremely high. Extremely high. So I don't know if the phone bills have doubled. You guys are going to let me know, but electricity has doubled. And then on top of that, it is food. It is so hard to wake up every day knowing even if you go to that job, yes, all you're working for is food and maybe gas and maybe rent and maybe your phone bill and maybe your electricity bill. You can't even afford to have medical care. That's why there's a crash out in here. I don't know if it's gonna get better. Those of the people that were saying it's gonna hurt a little bit. I don't know how much it has to hurt, to be honest, for it to be too much. Because from what it looks like, I think it is getting too much, especially if people can't even be able to afford to feed their families now. And then on top of it, no more food stamps, no more help. Because you make too much. You make too much that you can't use to even live comfortably. Oh, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section from me for today. That's it. Do me a favor, like the video, share it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do love all of you, and I'll see you in another amazing video. Until then, my name is Chrissy. Bye.